Hello everyone and welcome to Fight Night Legends Top 3 Decks. In this series we follow Fight Night Legends each and every single week. We look at top performing decks, most popular, and decks to watch of the most recent Fight Night Legends. Before we get into the video, take a second to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to stay up to date with all of our Legends of Runeterra content. Check out the links in the description to find our social media pages. We've got a lot of folks working behind the scenes to keep the content flowing and to allow for our weekly Runeterra tournaments. Fight Night Legends is a 2-deck no-ban format. Each Friday, 8 players from the North American server and 8 players from the European server are invited to play. If a player manages to finish first or second in any given fight night, they'll be invited back the next week for a chance to prove themselves once again. Starting off the Americas Shard, in third place is Blazin' Asian, who found success this week with Twisted Fate Gorehard and Frostbite Midrange. Taking down second, we have Stan, who brought Shadow Isles Fiora Rush and Shen Fiora, which has qualified him to return to Fight Night once again. Finishing off in first place this fight night, we have Zinc Elemental, who found victory with Twisted Fate Gorehard and Draven Ezreal by his side. Zinc will return next fight night to defend his title as the NA champion. As for EU, third place was taken by Marcus, who brought the familiar lineup of Shadow Isles Fiora Rush and Fiora Shen. Finishing off second this week is Kraseka. With a lineup of Fiora Shen and Draven Ezreal, he managed an impressive run that will earn them an opportunity to try again next week. Winning Europe entirely, we have Ultraman, who took his first invite to Fight Night as far as possible. His lineup of Draven Ez and Twisted Fate Gorehard was identical to what won the Americas Shard, proving that this lineup is a truly powerful one. With our top performers out of the way, let's take a look at the top performing archetypes of the week. Coming in at third, we've got Fiora Shen. Rising back up after a short hiatus from Fight Night top decks, we have Fiora Shen. This strategy has been a consistent performer for a couple of months now, and for good reason. By simply holding up 4 mana, the deck is able to exert significant pressure. It becomes hard for the enemy to cast spells in Fear of Deny, where Riposte makes attacking and blocking awkward. Much of the power of Fiora Shen comes from the mid-game that the deck allows for. With strong curves, interaction, and an alternate win condition in Fiora, the strategy becomes a respectable board-centric control deck with tools for a variety of situations. This classic strategy has come and gone throughout Runeterra's history, but has certainly seen a huge surge of popularity recently. It'll be interesting to see if this strategy will continue to survive the test of time with the new expansion only just around the corner. Our number 2 deck this week is TF Gorehard. Once again, TF Gorehard finds itself being a top performing deck this fight night. A strategy that can truly be considered a jack of all trades as well as a master of them, this archetype simply does it all. With an abundance of card draw, tools to fight for the board, removal, and healing options, Twisted Fate Gorehard is a flexible deck that has asserted itself as one of the top strategies in today's format. The deck's namesake, Gorehard, gives the already powerful strategy a crushing finisher that often sets the Gorehard player far ahead enough that they'll be able to close out the game shortly after. This deck has found itself being very successful in Fight Night since its creation, but we'll now have to see if it will maintain its power in a new expansion. Our number 1 deck this week is Draven Ezreal. Moving from rank 2 up to rank 1, this week we have Draven Ezreal. This strategy has been further refined recently and now understands that much of its power lies in Tri-Beam Improbulator. The strategy is heavily built around 3-cost cards, from its units to its spells. This furthers the power and consistency of Tri-Beam, allowing it to reach 5 or more power on a single cast. The tempo swings that Tri-Beam can set up can be truly devastating on a match for the low cost of just 4 mana. Draven Ezreal managed to take first place in both the NA and EU shards, with some other solid placements in both regions. It's a deck with solid removal and tempo tools that is often able to chip the opponent down as it controls the board. While Ezreal is no longer the same combo finisher he once was, he's still a legitimate threat as he threatens to make mystic shots or continue to burn down the enemy. When you combine this with Captain Farron as a late game finisher, you end up with a deck that has the excellent tools to trade 1-for-1 with a few threats that ideally allow to pull forward a head and card advantage. Much like all of the decks on this week's list, the new expansion threatens these decks as new strategies may pop up and assert their dominance on the format. As always, we had an incredible week in Fight Night. However, it seems though that this format has found its pillars. TF Gorehard and Draven Ezreal have clearly asserted themselves as the strongest deck in the format. However, Fiora Shen and Shadow Isles Ramp trail shortly behind them as top performers. With a new expansion just around the corner, things will definitely be shaken up. Let us know in the comments section below what decks you're thinking about building with the new expansion. Thank you for watching, and if you're enjoying our content, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for future Giant Slayer LOR videos.